Okay, we're here with Jake Boyd at the luscious Vogue Theatre
Hi guys, how's it going?
in London, Ontario. No, I'm kidding.
Special,
In Vancouver.
Special shout out to Eric Stecky. Hi Eric. Hope you're watching this on
Oh,
Facebook.
he told me to tell all of you that he misses you, but especially you.
Aw.
And especially Nixon, and especially,
Menno, and especially
yeah, pretty much.
So you want to hear about my gear?
Not really, but let's find out.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
So
what kind of kit are you using today?
this is a Yamaha original issue recording custom kit.
Sick.
So this is the first series of those drums, and I bought this summer that's just passed, and it came with a bunch of extra toms, but for the purposes of this tour I'm just using the 12, the 16, and the 22 kick that it came with. The snare drum is a Yamaha Manukache, and then I'm playing Peitsy cymbals, 2002, everything except this crash. This crash is a 19-inch metal crash from their 20 custom series.
Sick.
I really like this. This is kind of my like go all out, really loud guy. The rest of them are 2002s.
Like that's when you would ride during a chorus or something?
Potentially, yeah, because that's also at my right hand, so it's right there to ride.
And the left is just for accents kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly, and that one's a little bit quieter, so that's kind of that's one that's closer to the guys, and it's like, okay, this won't be quite as abrasive for the other musicians on stage, but it's still a great sound. So
What kind of hats are you
these are
wearing?
2002s as well, Peitsy 2002s, so 14, 19, 22, 19, and yeah, obviously the snare is a 14 as well.
What kind of skins do you use on everything?
These are all, well, I've actually just switched to using Evans heads, and I generally use the G2s. Coated for the snare, clear for the toms. Right now I have a coated head on my kick, but I'll probably switch that. I've got a clear Evans G2 that I'll probably put on there at some point.
Nice.
And these are kind of like the pièce de la résistance. These are ProMark 2Bs, but their series is called Fire Grain. So I guess, I don't know, I wasn't there when this was done, but I guess these sticks have been tempered with fire, and the theory is that makes them harder and they break less often. Now this is show number 5 or 6 for this pair, and they're doing pretty good. They're starting to get a little haggard. That's why I've got on my kick drum at all times an extra totally fresh pair. These ones are starting to get a little chewed up, but they don't have any major cracks in
And
them.
their 2Bs are quite heavy.
Their 2Bs are quite heavy, yeah. It's sort of, in my opinion, it's like the standard rock stick. But again, I'm such not a gear person relative to some people that would potentially be watching this and think, oh my God, Jake, you know nothing about gear. Well, fair enough. I'd rather spend my time and my money and my resources. I mean, it's nice to have nice stuff. And again, it's nice to have stuff that's really reliable when you're on tour. I think this kit sounds great. It doesn't let me down. And I just know that I'm gonna be up, I'm gonna be down. Some nights I'm gonna be great, some nights I'm gonna be not so great. But the gear is not gonna be a factor. And that's just
We
awesome.
forgot to talk about hardware. What are you
It's
using
all
for
just
hardware?
the standard Yamaha hardware.
And anything special on the kick?
No, nothing special.
Sweet.
I did recently buy a double bass drum pedal, but I probably won't use that for Hollerado shows with the fear that the guys will make fun of me, and as well they should.
What are you using the sampler for?
So yeah, this has got some background stuff on it, and also it's just got, basically, if you look at this little screen, I've got what's called a kit chain. So Grief Money, the first song, and if I hit this with a stick, boom, Americanorama, the second song. I Got You, the third song. And if you look at this little number down here,
Let me just zoom in on that.
yeah, it might be a better focus or whatever.
It's-
Anyways, there's a little number down here that if you were here, you'd be able to see it, that indicates the tempo of the song. So for some songs I'm on click, for some songs I'm not, and the ones that I'm not, I'll hit this button, and that turns the metronome on, and I get just the sort of count in, and then I turn it off, and then I count it in, and we play the song.
Sick.
So it just sort of guides me. And for the ones that we're not on click, maybe we'll speed up a little bit. Maybe we're gonna slow down a little bit, from the beginning to the end of the song. Maybe it'll be a little bit human and imperfect because, after all, we're a frickin' rock band.
Oh, someone's
at the door.
Okay.
So yeah, we just rescued somebody from outside, and that's all good. So yeah, basically what I was saying about this piece of gear, the Roland SPD SX, got my whole show in there. And again, some of the songs, they have some bit of background kind of information, 2 channels of that. And then other songs, there's a click that I play to for the whole song, and then other songs, again,
You just start the song.
just start the song, just listen to the tempo by hitting the metronome off, and then I turn it off again using a drumstick. And what's nice about this piece of gear is everything I do with it, I just do by hitting it with a stick. I'm not fiddling around with my fingers during the show. I don't have a laptop. It's not a big complicated process. The whole time I can either be here, 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 or here, So
And you're not doing any actual drum elements from it. It's just the click and just the track, a little bit of tracks.
There have been times that I do actually play it kind of like a drum machine, and in fact, when we do acoustic shows, what I do is I play like an 808
drum
sound.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, which is cool.
But no one else is on ears or anything.
No,
it's just you, and it's like free time.
Yeah,
everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, some people will get them there. We'll get that in their wedges.
The track in the wedges.
Yeah,
right.
But also for me, I still use a wedge monitor, so I've got something in my ear that sometimes has a click or the background stuff.
Like obviously the vocal doesn't come through your ears, it comes through the wedge.
That comes through the wedge. So in terms of what I'm actually hearing of the performance, it still is old school. And at bigger places, we could talk about monitor mix. I'd love to talk about monitor mix. Bigger places, what I like to do is kick drum, snare drum, Dean's bass, Menno's vocal, and that was actually something that I heard from Rush drummer Neil Peart. He said that he likes to get Geddy's vocal almost all the time, because what that does is it's sort of like a canary in the coal mine.
Yeah.
If Menno, if it sounds like he's sort of struggling to sing something that he sings every night, that's probably because I've sped up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it sounds like he's sort of the opposite of that, then that's probably because I'm slowing down. So it's like you just keep it's like a litmus test of how well everything's grooving, because at the end of the day, really it's all about supporting what the singer's doing. It's all about supporting the melody and the lyrics
for the song.
Yeah, exactly. So that's sort of the philosophy behind why I generally at bigger places will get Menno's vocal, and I mean I get Dean's bass just because it's nice to hear.
It's nice and
and just to have some extra low end.
Sweet.
Sort of under the kick.
Okay, so you want to get some food before?
Let's do it. Let's eat dinner.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching Jake's rig rundown. I know that I'm kind of all over the place in this vlog, and it's just kind of like I'm working, so I don't really have all the time in the world to shoot particular things. Like, I know you guys want to see the setups and everything, but you know, the time to set up the camera and stuff, that's time I could be using programming, blah blah, and doing things. Sometimes the loadouts are very quick and etc. And I don't want to. First and foremost, I'm being paid to do a job for these guys, and I have to prioritize that. This kind of vlog is very personal, just an experiment for me, and you know, I'm having fun with it. It's keeping me on track. It's helping with, surprisingly, it's helping a lot with depression, because I can't not work on this when in my time off, which is awesome. But I'm a gearhead. I'm a musician. I'm a songwriter. I was a sound tech for a long time before I even thought about lights. So I know that I'm jumping all over the place here with drums and lights and sound and everything. But, let me know if you guys want to see anything in particular. We still have a handful of dates left. And, as I get more comfortable with these guys and with the show, I might have more time to do whatever you guys are interested in. So, anyways, give me a shout out on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever. I'll be there now that I'm in Canada. I have data again, so I can actually check those comments and get back to you guys. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Just make sure to subscribe and like the videos. That kind of gets me a gauge of who's watching, and let me know what maybe to cater the content to certain folk. Anyways, cheers.